Bueno, voy a compartir con ustedes. I'm going to share with you the class about the boot verbs or the stem changing verbs and more known as the boot verbs. Okay. So I told you here's my boot, and I'm going to explain you why these stem changing verbs are called boot verbs. Okay. So let's start with what are we going to see right now? We're going to study the stem changes of the AR and ER verbs and the IR verbs also. As remember, these are my endings, and that's how we classify the verbs in Spanish. So what are boot verbs or stem changing verbs? Stem changing verbs or boot verbs are a special case of regular verbs in Spanish that change the vowel in the stem for a different one. There are four main changes that we will study. Today, we're just gonna concentrate on the change in changing the E to the IE. And for that, I'm gonna tell you why is that we call them boot verbs. Okay, so as you remember, and you are we've been studying the pronouns. We have the pronouns are yo, tú, usted, él, ella, nosotros, o nosotras, vosotros and vosotras, ustedes, ellos y ellas. So where the boot fit in here? Look at this. So as you can see, I have my boot right here, or a shoe, or a boot, however you want to call it. And all these pronouns that fit inside the boot are the ones that are going to change the stem, the vowel in the stem. As you can see, nosotros and vosotros stays out of the boot. So that's why these verbs are not going to change the stem. They're going to stay as a regular verb. Okay. Let's see more of this. Now I had three verbs right here. First, I had the verb pensar, which is an AR verb. I had the verb entender, which is a ER verb. And I had the verb preferir, which is an IR verb. Okay, I identify this according to the endings: AR, ER, IR. And as you can see right here, I had the letter E in a different color for you to identify where you had to do the change. The change in the stem is going to happen in the last E on the stem, okay? So I'm going to explain you this right now. So I had the verb pensar. This is my stem, okay? As you can remember, first we learned how to identify the ending of the verb, which is the AR, that is the ending. So the rest is the stem of the verb. And if you remember, the endings that we use for the conjugations for the AR verbs are yo, o, tú, es, usted, él, ella, a, nosotros, amos, ustedes, ellos, ellas, an or an, okay? O, as, a, amos, an. And in here, in the stem, this is my stem right here, I have only one E. So this is the E that I'm gonna do the change to the IE. And the vowel that I'm gonna change is the last vowel on the stem. In this case, the only E in the stem. For example, for yo, it's gonna be yo pienso, the conjugation of this, the form that I'm gonna conjugate. If you can see the E, I change it to the IE, and the O corresponds to the conjugation or the ending for the pronoun yo. Now I have all the conjugations for the verb pensar. Yo pienso, tú piensas, usted, él, ella piensa, nosotros pensamos, ustedes, ellos, ellas piensan. And I have now my shape right here as a boot or as a shoe. And as you can see, nosotros and nosotras stays out of the shape. That means we do not add the IE right here. Keep it as a regular AR conjugation. Okay? We have another verb now. It's the verb entender. I have my stem. I have my ending, which is ER. Okay. This is my ending, so this is my stem. This stem has two E's, 1 and 2. So the E that I'm going to be changing is the last E in the stem. Okay, the last E in the stem is the one that changed. But first, let's remember the endings for the conjugations of the ER verbs, which is yo, o, tú, es, ustedes, ella, nosotros, hemos, ustedes, ellos, ellas, en. And if I want to conjugate this for two, it's going to be tú entiendes. The E changed to the IE, and then the ending of the ER for two is ES. Tú entiendes. Now we have all the conjugation forms of the verb entender, and it's yo entiendo, tú entiendes, usted, él, ella entiende, nosotros entendemos, ustedes, ellos, ellas entienden. And I have my boot shape right here. So you better understand and identify those stem changing verbs or conjugations. Now we have the IR verb, which is the verb preferir. Preferir means to prefer. So I did the same. I separated. This is my ending IR. This is my stem, and here again I have two E's, but the E are going to be changing is the last E in the stem. The conjugation endings for the IR is yo, o, tú, es, usted, nosotros, hemos, ustedes, ellos, ellas, en. They're the same as the ER, except for the nosotros, it's with the I, hemos, not with the E, okay? Hemos. And it's the conjugation for ella is going to be ella prefiere, the E changed to the IE. And the conjugation for ella is an the ending, so ella prefiere. You have all the conjugation forms again. Yo prefiero, tú prefieres, usted, ella prefiere, nosotros preferimos, ustedes, ellos, ellas prefieren. And we have our shape again. So you can see and you should be familiar by now about this. But as I mentioned in class, if you're not in class, this is the sport, or this is esquí acuático in Spanish. Okay. So what do you think about esquí acuático? ¿Qué piensas del esquí acuático? Well, señora piensa que el esquí acuático es, puede ser divertido for some people, okay? Divertido, emocionante, divertido is funny. Emocionante, exciting. Peligroso, dangerous. Señora mostly think that this is dangerous. And señora will not be doing esquí acuático. None of this. Never, like never. Sorry, never. And this is a video that I want to show you. Okay, so what do you think now about el esquí acuático? I still think that is peligroso, dangerous. So I don't know, what do you think? Do you think that would you like to do that in the future? ¿Te gustaría, piensas que te gustaría hacer esquí acuático? If your answer is sí, or you can answer no. So how we're gonna put this in a complete sentence with the verb pensar. If your answer is sí, you can say, pienso que sí, yo pienso que sí me gustaría hacer esquí acuático. If your answer is no, as señora will answer no. Yo pienso que no me gustaría hacer esquí acuático. Okay? Let's go to another example right now, and add something more sweet. ¿Qué sabor de helado prefieres? What ice cream flavor do you prefer? And we have chocolate. We have vainilla. And we have fresa. So what flavor or ice cream do you prefer? ¿Qué sabor de helado prefieres? In my case will be, yo prefiero helado de vainilla. That is my favorite. Okay, jóvenes, I hope this help you to review this stem changing verbs. We're gonna continue doing more later in the class next week. Please try to do your assignments on time. And if you have any questions, remember I'm gonna be on Zoom classes, help classes today, later, and tomorrow, and Friday. And email me if you have any other questions. Have a good day. Bye-bye.